Hey everyone, it's me, Danielle. I had some friends over who are part of my psychic medium group that's local. We do meetups once a month, and we usually try to talk about something that we can all kind of learn from. So the last time we met up, we came to my house because my house has quite a bit of portals, and we were doing a discussion about portals and how to locate them and verify them. I did record Michael Shaman talking about it, and I'm going to put that at the end of this little discussion. For those of you who don't know, portals are powerful openings that manifest as spirals of energy, and they are doorways for beings and energy to travel through. They can often be found in doorways, mirrors, stairs, but also outside. They can be found at waterfalls, bodies of water, fissures of earth, and I've had a lot of experience with them being in caves. Somebody had told me that the way that our DNA helixes, it's a spiral, that our DNA may be little tiny portals. And it's an interesting thought because we are creators and we can manifest. And it makes me wonder if our DNA structure itself is part of that mechanism for us. But on top of that, we have our chakras. People normally talk about the seven main chakras. I believe I have 10 main ones now because I've been adding in as I've been growing spiritually and my energy. But there are actually 114 chakras in the body because every single joint has one. And a lot of Reiki practitioners use the ones on the palms. Chakras are like little vortexes. So, like in the front of our body, we'll have a vortex come off at the throat, but it also goes at the back. The seven main ones run up and down our main energy channel. And as you grow and you add on with your vibrations and your abilities and whatnot, you may start developing more chakras above. I did want to talk about my experiences with portals, and then I'll play the video at the end of what Michael says about them. And I also filmed myself illustrating how to confirm where a portal is in your home. So, my first experience with portals was that I bought this house, and my guest house was haunted, and it became very obvious quite quickly that we had a portal. And the mediums that were coming over were saying that the portal was ripped open by somebody who performed a satanic ritual in my guest house. So the portal was to a lower dimension. So kind of like unfriendly and nasty things were coming into that house, and it was like a bus stop. Um, it turned out that the portal was opened by the Charles Manson family and his friends. Um, we didn't know it when we bought the house. So, anyways, I mean, I know I've talked about my haunted house and everything else, but the important thing to know is that my daughter was the one who closed that portal. And a lot of people tried, and there was a lot of people who believed that they could do it, and and it was still open. So it is something that you have to work at to grow that ability, unless it's very natural for you. Um, and I think some people, it is just a little bit more natural, just like somebody else might be really naturally a great healer. Um, so what she did, well, first we burned salt, which I'll talk about that in another video because I can demonstrate that. We burned salt to sort of suck the energy out of the room and make it less powerful. But then she imagined the portal as a door, and she just made the door. She imagined it get smaller and smaller, and then she mentally closed it. Now, the important thing to know about all this is that it's with your mind, it's your imagination, but it really works. The only thing with that was that this portal was ripped open through 3 or 4 dimensions. So when she first closed it, it did make a big difference here, but we still had to have her close it in like 3 more dimensions. So after that was closed, we started having a lot of interactions with fairies and gnomes. And it turns out that the fairies and gnomes have made portals into our property. I don't know if they were here all along because we never noticed it before when the activity was really, negative. But we did find that they are here a lot, and so I've got a portal to the fairies in my guest bedroom. I've got a portal to the gnomes out in my yard behind the greenhouse. I did talk about in my last video that I uploaded that I went through the portal to the gnomes, and that was really fun. So if you missed that little discussion, then watch the last one for sure. This talk might be a little bit longer than my normal ones because there's a lot of material. Another experience that I had with portals involved Loch Ness. I was going to Scotland and I wanted to stay right there by the lake and meditate and try to see Nessie with my third eye. I started connecting with the couple of Nessies, even on the flight to Scotland. And I was like, no, 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 I want to do it there. I want to do it there. But from the flight, I could feel that there was about 5 Loch Ness monsters, and they come and go from a portal in the lake. And, of course, I'm sure there's going to be a comment saying, no, it's been proven that the Loch Ness monster doesn't exist and that the photos are fake. But I will say that you should stop trying to look at them with a camera and try looking at them with your third eye. So my experience was, as I sat on the bank of the Loch Ness, I closed my eyes to meditate. I pulled energy in through the top, my crown chakra, and ran it all the way through into earth. And I made, the core as big as possible, just to grow my energy as big as possible and really root into earth. And then I imagined like a sonic boom of energy that I sent out as a signal to the Loch Ness monster. And instantly I had one in front of me. I drew the Nessie, and I'm going to show you that this is what it looked like to me. So that's a male. His aura was yellow. His face was shorter. And he had these like whiskers, like a bunch of whiskers hanging from his face. And I'll show you that the females have a longer face and no whiskers. And I did see a female that had the pink aura. So I drew them. I mean, it's cartoonier than they really look. But when you see something with your third eye, it does have that like color that's more intense than a real like lizard would have, like lizard skin or something in the water would have, I think. So this, say it looks kind of like a dinosaur that really existed, very similar. So I think there was 5 of them, and they come and go from the loch through a portal to where, I don't know. But I did hear while I was there that Aleister Crowley had bought a house on Loch Ness because he knew there was a portal there. And he had these plans of trying to catch and trap an angel through this portal. I don't know how he planned to do that. And I don't even know that that portal goes to where angels come from. You know what I mean? It could just be a planet where there's a lot of like dinosaur looking creatures. Who knows? The other time that I had an experience with a portal was with, it's called the Fort Worth Monster. I was going to Fort Worth, Texas, and I had looked up cryptids in the area to see if maybe there was something nearby that I can go check out. And I found this information about a Fort Worth monster at this lake. So I did the same thing. I sat on the bank of this lake with my friend Heather, by the way, and we meditated. I grew my energy. I sent out that little sonic boom of energy, and instantly this guy was in front of me. I did draw him stylized, of course. You know, he doesn't have a brown outline. I just think he was so cute. Um, but he was in front of me. I believe his energy was yellow, if I remember correctly. And Heather didn't see him clairvoyantly, but I think she saw his energy and felt his energy right there, and she could tell he was right there. So the story about this Fort Worth monster cryptid is that it came through from some other planet in a portal in this lake, but it lost its portal and it had been stuck there by itself for who knows how long. So I did the sonic boom. The Fort Worth monster came. He was right in front of me, and I said to him, "I'm gonna light up your portal for you, but when you get to it and you find it, I need you to send me a signal that you made it, so I know to stop lighting it up." I said, "But before you go through, remember this: mark your portal so that if you go through and you end up on some other planet, like put a rock or something so you don't lose that portal." So I imagined, I use my hand when I do this, but I put my hand and I imagined his portal and it glowed a bright yellow. And I waited and I held it bright in my mind. And then I felt this all over body tingle. And my friend Heather also got shivers up her arms. And we both looked at each other and said, he found it. Like he's back to his family or his friends and planet. So that was really nice. So, things can come through to our planet and not be able to figure out how to get back. So, you might be careful about that if you don't know how to find a portal. Another experience I had with a portal, you guys are going to just like think this is crazy that I have so much experience with portals, but I'm going to tell you right now, portals are definitely my thing. Okay. That's my, maybe my best ability has to do with portals. So this being, his name is Troy. He was with a friend of mine. He's a being from another planet, a water planet. One night, another one like him was in my bedroom, walking around my bed, and apparently they had come through a portal from their planet, one right after the other, but their portal moved. And so they lost each other here on Earth. And the one was just lost, looking for his friend Troy. And so I had talked to Michael Shaman, and Michael Shaman was able to pull Troy in so that they could find each other. So those two found each other. So I think the last image I have is this one. I didn't draw this one like I drew the rest. Somebody has asked me what a portal looks like. And I saw this image online once, and I'm like, wow, that is exactly what they look like. So every night before I go to bed, I open a portal outside to the light. It is to the great central sun. And it looks just like this. And I actually stretch it through multiple dimensions so that beings that are stuck on a lower astral and are looking for the light can find it and use the portal that I made here outside my house. And the reason why I did that is because otherwise they come into my house and they use my solar plexus as a portal to the light, because our chakras are like portals. We have 7 different energy bodies, and we can go out in any one of these energy bodies from that portal. But the solar plexus, it's very close to the womb, and I believe that's where, like, if you were to have a baby, the spirit would enter into the fetus right there through the solar plexus chakra. I think so. Maybe the sacral, but anyway, I know that solar plexus is definitely connected to the light. I think that you have to be somewhat high vibration to be able to open and close portals, but I think that our DNA may help us out with that. And I've mastered raising and lowering my vibration so that I can go to the various different dimensions. So I don't really worry about going through a portal and being like, oh, now I'm stuck in a lower dimension. I'm not worried about that because I know how to just go where I want and I go. But when I meditate, one of the first things I see is this color blue, which is my aura color. And then this like hole opens up and it spirals, and that's a portal. Now, is it a portal out of my body? Or is it a portal to wherever I want to go? I have no idea because I don't usually see inside the tunnel as I go through. I just end up instantly where I want to be. I know that that's probably something we all can do. And I think it's just a matter of practicing and trying and knowing these things, these tricks, that it really is important. Like our mindset, our imagination, our focus, usually an endpoint, like where you want to go. And, to raise your vibration, you know, like loving, happy, light, um, laughing, all those things can help. If you are in a lower dimension, you find yourself in a lower dimension, um, you can, try to raise your vibration by just being happier and more loving and grateful and all that. Or you can also imagine yourself some stairs and just walk up to a higher dimension. I just am saying this in case anyone finds himself in a lower one they don't want to be in. Anyways, stay tuned for the next bit where I've got 3 or 4 minutes of Michael Shaman talking and about portals, and then I demonstrate with pendulum and dowsing rods how to confirm where they are. But some people are sensitive and can feel portals. Now, I had my whole group of friends here, and some of them were really quite good at finding the portals. Um, One in my closet goes to my first incarnation, and the one in my bathroom is actually a really cool portal. It goes to anywhere I want. And my friends were finding like that they can feel like colder air, when they walk through it, or um, a vibration, I heard. So then you can use the pendulum or the dowsing rod after you feel it or you suspect it and see if you can confirm that's where it is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave comments. Okay, let's talk about portals.
We are all energy, and we have what we call imagination, which is very powerful. It connects with our subconscious, and our subconscious is the one that can promote and work the portals as you decide, as you imagine them. You can imagine them anywhere, any place, anytime. It's that easy. It really is, but people don't believe that we can do things that easy. But the easier it is, the better you flow with the universe. If you make it hard, then the harder it is. It's that simple.
I know, I've learned the hard way. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah. So, so I just want to know, you can do it. You can think of a portal and it could be anywhere you want it. And any color, any vibration or frequency, whatever you are drawn to. And then portals are like, they're like a dimensional doorway to another time and space. So we're full of dimensions and frequencies and vibrations. So that's what we can do. If you can, even Paulina can think of whatever she wants.
Even Paulina.
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
Everyone but Paulina can do it.
In fact, I feel that she can do very good.
Exactly.
How do you find a portal? Like if your property has them?
Well, you can feel them, and how do you feel? You just kind of like you normally feel, but you feel the energy around you. If you're sensitive to that, then you can just kind of sense if you feel a vibration or a frequency or something, or it doesn't even. It's hardly even that. Even it's like a nudge,
Nudge.
Yeah, and you say, "Oh, what's that?" You look, and it can be, and then you develop your third eye, and anybody can develop it. It doesn't have to be any magical trick. You just think about using your third eye by opening it, just like your normal eye. But it is, depending on your diet, you have to watch out for crustation on the pineal gland that can influence your ability to see. So so try to watch your toxic, be healthy, with your foods and what you eat, and then you'll be able to use your abilities a lot stronger and a lot better.
It's calcifications from fluoride and such. Yeah.
Fluoride
Yeah.
and other aluminum. Cooking with aluminum,
Mhm.
do not cook with aluminum,
No.
you know, because that can affect, that can create toxins in the food. So you don't want to do that. So it's very simple. So it's just, we make it hard. We make things hard and they don't have to be hard.
So how would somebody identify where a portal is then?
Well, they can feel it. Like there's one right here, right up to the right or to the left here.
Be careful, don't
There's one
fall
right
in.
there, and there's one right over here.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Portals are everywhere. They're in space, time, you name it. They're everywhere in all dimensions, all frequencies. In fact, we have been created from the Big Bang, from a black hole. A black hole turned into a giant portal, and it pulled everything in, and it concentrated into a singularity, and so much energy it exploded out. Now we have portals everywhere, everywhere. So it's part of our universe. It's part of who we are.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if I can find a portal with my dowsing rod. Normally I would use two, but you'll see. Portals finding, you only need one. Okay, so right about here. There it is. It's hard because you just have to make sure you keep your hand really still. Well, I hope that that was somewhat helpful in explaining about portals a little bit. Obviously, if anyone has stories to share or their experiences and tips on finding, confirming, closing, opening portals, leave them in the comments. I hope everyone has a beautiful day. Thanks for watching.